Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl T Grills. I'm a clinical psychologist, originally from Charleston, South Carolina, but currently living in Los Angeles, California. I'm an academic, a professor at Loyola Marymount University. My background in terms of traditional medicine. My start actually is kind of circuitous. I did my first sabbatical as a professor, and my topic was going to be traditional Chinese medicine. I was enrolling in Chinese medical school in California, and I wanted to learn and apply Chinese medicine in the service of treating African Americans, particularly those who are suffering from substance abuse disorders, but also other concerns like depression, anxiety, etc. And I was sharing with a colleague of mine and good friend um, from Morehouse School of Medicine, actually, that I was planning to do this. And he asked me a very basic question, but it was a life-changing question. And he said, "Why are you studying other people's medicine? Do not our own people have a medical background, have a medical tradition that we cannot learn from and apply?" I didn't have a good answer for him. And because I couldn't give him a good answer about why Chinese medicine and not African traditional medicine, I went back to the drawing board. I revised my sabbatical proposal and instead proposed studying traditional African medicine in several countries: Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, and Mali. And so that's how my journey began. And I actually, there's this saying that when you know and what you need to be doing, and when you're following your path, your destiny, the universe will conspire to help you. And that's exactly what happened for me. I didn't know anybody basically in Ghana, and especially within the area of traditional medicine. But doors just started flying open. They didn't just open, they were flying open. And I was early on introduced to the Ghana National Association of Traditional Healers, and then subsequently the Psychic Healers Association. And through them, I began my journey in a deep study of African traditional medicine in Ghana. Now, the thing that actually ended up happening, particularly in Ghana and in Senegal and Mali, and also actually in Nigeria, was the reaction from the traditional healers, which was your goal, your quest is a good one, it's a noble one, it's a reasonable one, it's a necessary one, but we cannot share any of the knowledge until you have proven yourself and until it has been determined that you, in fact, are worthy of this information. And in fact, you have to be initiated and trained before we can share this knowledge with you. And that's how it started. I wanted to be the classic Western, ethnographer, if you will, the participant observer, really to extract knowledge, examine that knowledge, and figure out how to adapt it to the American, African American context. And that's not the African way. So immediately I started understanding that I had to shift my way of thinking and my reference point for understanding any and everything as it related to healing and illness and prevention and just how to even walk in the world. So as I mentioned earlier, I studied deeply in Ghana, trained in Ghana in traditional medicine. My initial mentors included people like Nana Oparabea at Larteh at Akanedi Shrine, and Togbe Bedama, who at that time had been for about, I think, 25 years, the head of the Psychic Healers Association. I worked closely with the traditional healers, the Ghana National Association of Traditional Healers, which really focused on the herbal medicine. And ultimately, my master teacher, if you will, was Nana Abbas, and that's where I did my final training. That's where I did my full initiation in Ghana, and that is what led me to then getting my participation in, my membership in the Ghana National Association of Traditional Healers. In Nigeria, I studied under Baba Ifayemi Elebuibon in Osogbo, Nigeria, in Osun State, and in Osogbo is also the location of the Osun Shrine and the Osun River. I did my initiation in Osogbo and commenced training there, which is extremely difficult, partly because of the requirements for memory for all of those odus, the 256 odus, and the verses that go with those odus, and then the treatments that go, and the sacrifices, the ebos that need to go with that. In Senegal, I studied under Mam Fatou Sek in Rufisque, which is outside of Dakar, and she was a supreme and gifted healer. And so she and her daughters trained me in some of the techniques and tools of the Induk system in Senegal. I did not initiate there, however. In Mali, that was a whole different ball game. You know, the traditional healers in Mali really, you know, there's a male dominance. However, there are female traditional healers. And I actually went to Dogon country to learn about the practices, not to train. And the traditional healers there told me that, you know, if you want the knowledge, you know, we think that it is important, go home, send the men back, and we will tell them. So in any event, that's kind of my background and my introduction to African traditional medicine. I subsequently, with the help of Nana Abbas and Mam Fatou Sek, created a shrine in my backyard. I built a shrine house. As you can see here, for example, this is one of the shrine houses, of which there are many here at the Black and White Power Shrine, that was developed and created and is run by Nana Abbas. And so we built a shrine house in my backyard, and then right next to that we built, Mam Fatou Sek sent her daughter Ulimata, and we built the outdoor shrine to the Rabs, which are the spirits in Senegal. From there, I actually started seeing clients who are African American, and we even did a little mini study of that involved about 76, 77 clients. And at that time, my Ochame and shrine assistant was none other than Dr. Lizana herself, who got her initial training as an Ochame, and then she progressed on to her training as a Okonfo.